What was Maguire trying to do? Kneeling down in front for what? Taking a knee for Black Lives Matter. What was he doing? That's my question. What are you? You are the captain of the Red Devils. This is not your first season as a captain. You are captain second season running already. If this is the attitude that you're going to show going on, I rather have Linderlof and VARANE, man. Seriously.
Badut of the game today goes to
Share lah, bro, for me.
Share. It's a share.
Fred and
Dutch, you go ahead. Yes, agreed. 101%.
Badut.
Fred and Maguire.
Badut of the game.
Baduts of the game.
Okay, we move on to our player ratings. Okay, player ratings. So how we rate our players? We rate our players from A, B, C, D. A being excellent, B being totally out, sell. Okay, B and C is average, good, average, bad. Okay, so we start with the man. I think he saved us today. Okay, David De Gea. Okay, we start with Ayrton first. Okay, how would you rate David De Gea?
Oh, A+, man. A+ to David De Gea. A+. He reminds me of the De Gea of old. What a brilliant save right there. I mean, like, give him the consistency of the game, of the games to come. If he just continues with his current form, I mean, like, it will just prove miracles. He will just come out with those miracle saves time and time again. I always say, De Gea, on top of his game, is still the best goalkeeper in the world. So A+ from me for David De Gea.
Shout out to Doc.
Agreed.
Yeah, shout out to Doc. Yeah, Doc. Number one, David De Gea for me is also number one. Okay, we move on to our next player, Victor Linderlof. Jai, macam mana you rate Linderlof hari ni?
Okay. I dah cakap, I maintain Linderlof still ada dekat padang. Mungkin Linderlof partner dengan VARANE. Itu lebih baik.
Macam kita cakap last week kan? Kita pun ada discuss ni last week juga kalau tak silap saya. Linderlof VARANE partnership.
Linderlof stay. Jangan jual. Jangan buat apa-apa kat Linderlof. Jangan kacau dia. Dia akan partner dengan VARANE.
Okay, rating.
I rasa VARANE I rasa VARANE dibeli untuk ganti Maguire, bukan untuk Linderlof.
Kita kena
so I bagi dia B. Kena tipu.
Oleh pandai.
Oleh pandai.
Apa rating?
Sorry dia ni. B.
B for Linderlof. Okay, good. Okay, so
Linderlof.
we move on to the other centre back. The one who is apparently VARANE is going to replace. Okay, Raj, what do you think about our man Harry Maguire?
E lah, bro. Rating.
There's no E lah. Come on lah. There's no E lah.
Is there anything lower than D? Can I not give a rating for him? Because that's how pissed off I was with him. On the second minute, Che Adams found out that they can get him on toast, and they toasted him for an entire 93 minutes. That is what happened. He was all out of the place. His passing, he almost committed suicide by gave that super back pass assist for the other team. Lucky for De Gea saving us. If not, we would have lost the game. Seriously, it was really, really bad. And his cover when their goal that unfortunately took a huge deflection of Fred. All right, I'm not saying Fred was excellent, but what was Maguire trying to do? Kneeling down in front for what? Taking a knee for Black Lives Matter. What was he doing? That's my question. What are you? You are the captain of the Red Devils. This is not your first season as a captain. You are captain second season running already. If this is the attitude that you're going to show going on, I rather have Linderlof and VARANE, man. Seriously. If Ole is the ruthless person that he claims to be, all right? He claims to be, which I still doubt it. I back my manager regardless. But if he's ruthless, next game, he's going to bring in VARANE instead of Maguire and let Linderlof and VARANE partner in the centre back. Because if he drops Linderlof for VARANE, I clearly don't know what to say. Seriously. So my rating for I'm not going to give him a rating, but if you all want, then just take the last D lah. That's it.
Okay.
D donkey.
But it will be a tough call. It will be a tough one for Ole. I mean, him being his, previously his market, his biggest signing, and then he's wearing the captain's armband, so it's gonna be tough, I guess. But we will see next week what Ole will actually do. Okay, so we move on to our next player. Okay, maybe this one we'll just do it together lah. Okay, our left backs, our full backs are okay. Aaron Wan-Bissaka and also Luke Shaw, Smurf. What do you think about that?
I think they were, like I mentioned, today the team was really scattered all around. Aaron Wan-Bissaka was okay. I mean, he was okay defending, but at times he was off position. Going forward, not much of a contribution today. Even Luke Shaw going forward, not much. Go up and contribute to the team in the sense of crosses or assists or so. Nevertheless, I did not see that today, and for that reason, I'll give both of them a C.
Okay, fair, a fair rating for them. Okay, we move on to the next player. Okay, this is gonna be definitely hot topic lah. Okay, Jai, apa pendapat you tentang Fred the Red? Bukan Fred the Red, Fred lah, Fred.
Okay guys, first I buat perkataan Fred Badut ni. Sebab saya nak dekat dalam padang. Apa dia buat dalam padang? Okey. Kestabilan dalam padang akan membuatkan pasukan United kalah. Daripada dulu, sebelum season last, sebelum ni pun saya dah cakap, Fred bukan CDM yang terbaik untuk United. Pemalas, aku tak tahu apa dia buat, idea tak ada, dia punya ball control, tackle, memang semua hancur. Kalau boleh maki dalam ni, I dah maki lama dah, tapi tak boleh, tak apa. But terus terang saya cakap, dia memang tak ada function untuk United. Dia bukan aku rasa bukan untuk tim United. Dia sepatutnya dah kena jual daripada awal lagi. Aku tak faham kenapa Ole still letak dia. Apa yang membuatkan aku yang bukannya
Jangan nangis.
Apa?
Jangan nangis.
I tak nangis, I nak marah tapi tak boleh marah.
Sebab you setengah senyum lagi.
Sebab dia badut tau. Dia macam badut. Dia pemalas. Bruno Fernandes buat kerja dia. Dia punya passing ball ke laut. You know, bila players Southampton tau, bukannya kita lawan Manchester City, kita bukan lawan Chelsea, Liverpool, kita lawan Southampton. Dia punya, tak tahulah dia CDM ke apa ke, dia Fred ke, dia scam tak tahu. Dia sampai kat dalam tu. Tolonglah. Ole okey. Kalau Ole dengar video, tengok video kita Jom United ni, tolonglah. Ole tolong. I merayu. Tolong jangan letak Fred lagi. Tolonglah. Kalau boleh kau hantarlah dia pergi loan tim lain ke, jual ke, ataupun offer suruh dia pergi bercuti ke apa ke. Tolonglah. Hancur. Fred tu hancur. Tolonglah. Serius.
So rating you bagi dia apa? C lah? B?
Kalau Maguire tu D, I bagi dia E, F, G tu semua dia punya. Yang belakang tu semua dia ambil.
Terus. G9.
F9
boleh.
right?
Ambil
F9.
Ambil semua.
F9. Let him fail. Bagus. A real clown on the pitch.
I think
You have to understand.
Guys,
okay, what is missing in the team is that the spine of the team is not right.
Yeah.
The spine is out. That is why
Clearly.
we have no rhythm.
Clearly prove it today. There was no spine. Clearly.
There's no spine.
Yes.
See that our captain is playing like a sotong, and then the other fella also equally a sotong in front of him. So sotong plus sotong, what do you get?
Dua sotong lah. Sotong satu-satu.
Guys, I tambah sikit. Fred bila main dengan orang tua, Matic, lagi hancur. Dah lah Fred tu hancur. Tambah pula dengan orang tua yang untuk first half okay lah, fine lah. Second half dia dah jadi ikut juga macam Fred punya rhythm. So aku nak Fred tu jangan main langsung pun tak apa. Kita kalah pun tak apa, biar Fred tu jangan main. Tak apa.
Sebenarnya kan.
Really,
Aku
really.
rasa-
One thing, guys. I really think Van de Beek should have played instead of Fred today.
Yeah.
Because there were so many times Fred had the ball, but he don't know how to utilize the ball. I was really frustrated when he was doing that. It's not about giving away free kicks or whatever today. It's like the way he utilized the ball today.
So he's even passing to the linesman. He's passing out the line to the linesman.
Exactly. This is the next level.
Guys, I nak tambah sikit. Guys, I nak tambah lagi. Bukan sikit, I nak tambah lagi. Fred, dia bila dapat bola, dia pergi passing belakang. Dia tak ada idea. Dia
Yes.
tidak ada idea. Okey, lepas tu Bruno Fernandes nak ambil Bruno Fernandes nak ambil free kick, dia acah-acah duduk sebelah, konon-konon macam dia pun tengah fikir macam mana nak score. Kau nampak tak dia punya function apa? Dia macam tak ada function. Lepas tu dia nak buat macam Pogba punya style. Aku tak faham. Dia tu CDM. Dia sepatutnya buat bentesan. Dia buat jaga player lawan. Dia covering. Itu dia buat. Tapi dia tak buat. Dia buat jahanam kan United ni. Tak boleh ke mana United kalau ada Fred. Serius cakap.
Sebab tu aku nak cakap tadi, Jai. Aku nak cakap tadi, sebenarnya Fred bukan malas. Cuma dia tak bagus. Dia tak boleh main, dia tak tahu main. Dia memang tak tahu main bola. Basics dia tak tahu. Kita tengok yang free kick yang dia buat tu, the odds of me winning Toto $1 million is higher than Fred taking that free kick.
But Toto close lah, bro. What a cheat. Toto is close, bro. You know you cannot win.
Okay, guys. Guys, we move on to the next player. Okay, the next player on the agenda, Matic.
Tolong Dom. Fred, Dom. Fred, tolong ah. Jangan bagi aku tengok
Fred.
dia.
Don't Fred.
I think for today onwards, right, we are going to do something different a bit now. Okay, before we move into Matic, right, we have usually other fan channels, they have man of the match, right? Maybe we should have something like the worst man of the game or something like that. Yeah, we should do that. Okay, starting today, later we'll add this in now. Okay, so we move on to
Dom. Dia yang worst pun dia tak dapat. Dia tak akan dapat. Worst pun dia tak dapat.
Dia jaring gol, bro. Dia jaring gol satu biji.
Okay. We move on.
Itu scam lah, scam.
We move to the next one. Matic Smurf. What do you think about Matic?
For me, very honest speaking, I mean, there's nothing against me. I'm not against Matic for any reason. Yeah, I mean, I admire his play. He's a good player, but against Southampton, I do not think that he should have started in the first place, because for me, he slows down the pace of the game. And we all, as witness today, we know that Southampton came to us from the very first minute. They came hammering us. And after some time, I noticed that Matic was losing his legs. I mean, even in the first half, yes, he did good passes up front. He opened up play and so on. He managed to shoot the ball against 2 or 3 players. But I feel that Matic is just not suited for such a high energy level game. I would have preferred Van de Beek or even McTominay to have started there. Taking out Fred, of course lah. So it's Van de Beek. Van de Beek and McTominay in the middle. Or if Matic would really need to start, I mean, if Ole really wants to start Matic, he should have not started Fred together with Matic. He should have started McTominay. I think it would have given the United a better spine, better control of the game. Because from my point of view, we lost. I mean, we drew the game because we lost the midfield. Our midfield was just clueless today. I mean, put it this way, looking at the game, our 2 double pivots was just way too far away from Bruno, who was another midfield up front. I mean, this is definitely not a mirror gameplay of what we saw against Leeds, where they played really close, they were fluid, they were just fantastic in that game. But this time, they were just too far apart. And yeah, I think Matic, for me, he shouldn't have started the first half. He should have came in after we have probably got a lead or 2 goals in a comfortable lead, and then to settle down the game probably in the 65th minute, 75th minute, or so on. That I mean, I would have did that. So for me, Matic, yes, I'm not taking anything away from him. He is a good player at the end of the day, but he just don't have the legs for it anymore. I'll give him a C rating as well.
Totally agree with you there when you mentioned that they were too far apart. You know, especially that's why earlier we were talking about this. There seems to be like a hole there, especially in the big part. There's a big hole there. And who was holding the ball? Fred was holding the ball. Then it's like cannot do anything. Really cannot do anything. That's why it was so frustrating to watch the game just now. Okay, we move on to our next player, Paul Pogba. I'm going to point this at you, Ayrton. What do you think about Paul Pogba's performance today?
Well, I think at the end, obviously, coming the high from the last game, going into here, he had his moments. Let's put it this way, he had his moments. It's just that sometimes, Paul Pogba is a player that needs rhythm. If the rhythm is not there, he won't be able to function. But there was one moment in the game where he just created something or nothing. That was Paul Pogba, in a nutshell, I would say. I would say, if Paul Pogba continues to play at that position, I think it will bear a lot of fruit. But the problem is we might just be sacrificing other players, probably also Mason Greenwood and Marcus Rashford coming into the team, because that's their position at the end of the day. The possibility on the right hand side already is it's going to be Sancho at the end of the day. Mason Greenwood will definitely play up front together with interchange between him and Edison Cavani. But on the left side, him playing that false number 9, I would say, false number 9, number 10 role a bit, interchanging with Bruno Fernandes. It was very nice to watch, very beautiful to watch. But the thing is, behind him, like we talked before, that spine. If that spine is not there, oh my God, it just ruins everything. Ruins the flow of things. Because with him and Bruno Fernandes, brilliant, that interchange 1-2-1-2 gets, and that's where we got the goal. But if we don't fix that spine, he will not flourish. We need someone to hold that. And if Fred is there, God help us all. So the rating I'll give him is actually a B+. I would say he actually did his part. I'll give him a B+.
Okay, good. That's a good one. I totally agree with you on that. Yeah, and then he will create. Yeah, with him occupying that role now, yes, he will create massive competition. I would say in the left-hand side. Yeah, that's right. Which we will talk about later regarding Martial. Okay, so we move on to the next player, Bruno Fernandes. Raj, what do you think about Bruno Fernandes?
After scoring a hat-trick in the last game, I think Bruno got allowed the frustration to get into his head in this game. Because the tackle actually led on to the goal. To me, I felt that that was a foul, but it's just one of those that you have to take on the chin, and you have to actually proceed from there. But looks like Bruno never really recovered from it. Although he played a part, he nevertheless played the part in the equalizing goal, but there was not really a push. Maybe because he was repetizing the duty of playing. Like I said last week, last week we had a situation where James was not in the game, but we had Pogba and Bruno turning up more than what they usually do. So you got a result. This time around, you had Fred and Maguire going missing. We were effectively playing with 9 men, and both Bruno and Pogba was better than Bruno today. Yes. But still, Bruno was very, very subpar, and I felt that he allowed that incident to get on his head. So this is one of the days where, Bruno has that tendency when something happens, he gets frustrated, and then he tries to take ownership of everything. That at one point, he even went and took the corner away from Greenwood, saying that I want to take the corner. And then the free kick, okay, because standing beside him is Fred. I don't know why is Fred standing there, but still, that is fine. And he shot the free kick straight to the wall. So Bruno today, based on his high standards that he set, I will give him a C. Although I feel that the incident actually rattled him a little bit. They never really, the frustrating part today is more than anything, what I got so annoyed is they never really pushed after scoring the equalizer. That was the problem. There was no rhythm. There was no passing. Players are not sticking together. They are scattered all over the place, trying to play long balls and all. And Sancho is there pointing the ball to his feet, expecting him to give it to his left, and not actually creating space. In fact, credit to Martial. At least Martial was running away from the defender so that the ball was actually being shot to him instead of to the defensive player, right? Although we have not got to Martial yet. So Bruno, to me, he was not himself, but still played a part in the goal because he is, let's all face it, he's a moments player. So there are certain moments in which he will turn up in the game, but today really subpar from Bruno altogether.
But like you mentioned, the threats that you mentioned about Bruno, that is actually what we love about him being aggressive. I mean, frustration, but yeah, sometimes he get frustrated and then he run himself to the ground and whatnot. But that is what we actually like about
The only thing I'm worried is, sorry Dom, I forgot to mention this. The only thing I'm worried is he injured or not? Towards the end, I think he was walking gingerly and all those things. I hope he's not injured because we really need him to go on with the season. I hope he recovers throughout the week, or else we're going to have a different headache altogether next week.
Rush.
Fine.
Yeah.
Rush.
Yes.
Do you think that Bruno could actually, taking into consideration the first game week number 1, we noticed that most of the BPL games went on very smoothly. Faults were not given. Referees wanted to carry on with the game. Okay, taking that into consideration, do you think that Bruno had a chance to actually stand on his foot with that push from the back? Instead of going down?
What I observed is he actually stood his ground, but the force was too big that he fell off. There was a contact between both players.
Yes, absolutely.
Just one of those. I felt that it was a foul, but maybe you feel otherwise. I'm not sure, but the thing is, it's just one of those. You still had, the point is, you still had like 60 odd minutes to actually correct the mistake after conceding the goal. And after equalizing, you had like half an hour to get your shit straight.
Yes.
Why? Sorry for using the word, but seriously, I'm damn frustrated. Why didn't you all push for the second goal? There is no creativity. Actually, worst part is our third substitution. That was what I cannot digest my entire life.
Chill,
Instead of someone who plays into the pocket of space, what you do is you bring someone who stands beside the player on the left hand side. For what?
We'll move on to ratings or Lingard later. Hold your thought first.
Hey, guys, tambah Bruno ni sebenarnya yang hari ni dia tak bagus sebab kita dapat midfield yang beringai, yang bodoh. Midfield kita tu jantung. So bila midfield tak support, Fred lah, apa lagi?
But even last week Fred played. But if you want to say that's the case, last week Fred played.
No,
the only difference was McTominay.
Last week was a different game, is it?
Smurf. Guys, Smurf. Last game is last game. Di hari ni punya game, midfield kita hancur.
Memang, I agree. I'm not saying that they did well. I think our midfield was hopeless this week. Ya, ditambahkan lagi dengan defend kita yang seorang tu, Maguire tu, yang bagi pressure pada diri sendiri, jadi makin hancur lah. Jadi Bruno tak boleh buat function sebab dia tak dapat support. Dia terpaksa turun ke bawah buat kerja midfield. Sepatutnya kerja Fred, kerja Matic untuk support dia, bukannya dia support Fred. Ni Fred kena support daripada Bruno. Apa benda? Itu bukan itulah
kerja.
When you play Fred itu memang kenalah. You kena support dia.
Guys, we move on to the next player already. Okay, we got the award for Fred later. Don't worry, we got a special award for him. Okay, so we move on to the next player, Anthony Martial. Okay, ini Jai nak bagi tu pasal tadi sebelum kita start, you cakap you ada benda you nak cakap pasal Anthony Martial. So sila, apa pendapat you Anthony Martial?
I sebenarnya tak nak cakap banyak-banyak lah pasal Martial ni sebab dah banyak nampak sangat game dia, setiap game by game daripada last season. Kan?
Bukan aku dah merah.
Dia ada benda yang dah hilang lah daripada segi skill, gelecekan. Selalunya sebelum ni dia boleh beat satu ataupun dua player lah, atau satu lah, tapi tadi punya game, frankly speaking, lost.
Do you think it's the fitness?
Because dia baru saja balik daripada I think about 3 months tak main, sejak Mei atau apa dia tak main. Sejak March dia tak main. So maybe dia punya fitness match lagi.
So one question, if it's the fitness, kalau fitness, how long do we need Martial to get fit, totally fit? 1 season, 2 seasons? How many seasons does he need to get fit?
Are we starting the Martial debate again, bro?
No, because he was
Dom. Guys, Guys,
Jai cakap dulu.
Aku tak kisahlah dia apa fit ke tak fit ke, tapi yang aku nampak aku tak peduli sebab yang aku tahu dia bukan macam game sekarang. Sebelum ni last game dengan Leeds dengan hari ni aku tengok dia dah banyak kali game dah. So sebelum dia hilang daripada radar, lebih baik dia cepat-cepat lah secara frankly, secara lembut lah I tegur lah sebelum dia
But seriously, in all seriousness, I echo what Jai mentioned. I think he was a bit flat. His lack of fitness, and then he's not as sharp. I agree, totally agree.
But actually, I would say one thing he did well. One thing he did well actually was create the space. He didn't do much with the ball, but he drifted the defenders out with him. Yes. That's one thing I did see that was positive. The only thing.
Yeah, but then the thing is definitely I feel that the spotlight is on me now, man. Ding, ding, ding. So basically right, I think that he definitely need to buck up. And I mean especially since Cavani is back now, and then like we mentioned earlier that the space there on the left hand side is going to be pretty occupied, and everyone is looking for that spot there. So I was actually hoping that he actually scored a goal so he can actually pick up some momentum. He need the confidence, he need the goals. Then to answer you, Smurf, I think we should give him a run of games, maybe 2-3.
No, I'm not saying take him more. I mean, I'm not saying that get him off the squad or so on. No, don't get me wrong. No, what I'm saying is it the fitness or? But what I see in Martial is basically his personal confidence level is low. His personal confidence level is low. He needs to get 1-2 goals before he gets kick-starting. So I can only wish him all the best. And of course, the best for Manchester United if he is going to start scoring 15-20 goals a season, which I truly hope so. So that's it. So
exactly.
But the question is, how long is Martial going to be, to gain his confidence and basically to get into total fitness?
Okay, the thing goes back to just now what we discussed. With the current spine that we have, do you think that Edison Cavani would have done well today with the spine that we had today? Honestly,
no, I think it was too far. The midfield was just far apart.
Yeah, exactly. So with the same kind of situation, even just now people were shouting for Sancho to come in to replace Martial, but when Sancho came in, did he do anything?
No impact.
Guys, can I add something?
Yeah.
I think he did
Being a striker for Manchester United in this setup or in this modern day is really, really a big task. And there are times where even Cavani has struggled to get enough ball, or because you see, because there is the distance between the midfield and the defense is too far.
Yes, exactly.
Right? And then the midfield and the striker is barely non-existent. So the striker actually has to come all the way to the midfield to collect and start a build-up play. This problem was Greenwood. Maguire was trying to do it, but the whole midfield and the defense was in a mess.
Yes.
Like we pointed out, the spine is out, so you cannot expect the striker to actually, it's a very, very big task being a number 9 for Manchester United. And at times, because Martial of his hold-up play, he can still try and do something. Cavani, of course, is all over the place most of the time. So I won't blame Martial altogether because there was severely lack of service from the midfield to the strike force.
But I think he was very, very much kept in the dark. He was very much kept in the dark.
But no doubt also about his fitness. I don't think he's back to where he was previously. I totally agree lah. And then definitely we need to give him a run of games. And then maybe I mean, to be frank, I didn't expect him to start today. Yeah, of course, when I saw his name, I was happy lah. But then I was expecting the same squad as last week. And then if anything, they will bring him on later a bit when everything was. I think that would have been better instead of starting him from minute number 1. That's my personal opinion. Okay, so we move on to the next player, Mason Greenwood. Okay, I'll point to Smurf lah. Smurf, Mason Greenwood. What do you think about him?
I think he was all right. Of course, he did not have. I'm not going to give him an A today. He did not have an A game. I mean, like once again mentioned, considering our spine was we were spineless, put it that way. So I mean, it didn't help Mason Greenwood much. It didn't help Anthony Martial much. It didn't help Bruno much. So yeah. So I mean, besides that, he took what opportunity for what he had. All right, and he made that one goal by Bruno pass to Pogba, and Pogba basically if I'm not wrong, it was a outside toe poke to Greenwood and smashed it in. That was good. And because of that goal and his work ethics, because he kept coming down, going up by the line. By the line. So I'm going to give him a B overall, B plus. Make it that way, B plus. Not an A, but B plus.
Okay, we move on to our subs. Okay, I'll start with Eriton first. What do you think about Jadon Sancho?
Well, I think Raj said it perfectly well just now. So something that really annoyed me when Jadon Sancho was playing. Number one, he couldn't find the space. He wasn't opening up, and he was, when we play futsal, sometimes, hey, pass the ball, putting down like that, hey, pass the ball. So that is what he was doing, and it frustrated me. Maybe the understanding is not there yet, or that's how he played in the German league, where he just plays off the defender, and then Erling Haaland will make that run. And then he'll find that space. But it doesn't work here. You're a winger for Manchester United. You need to find the space. You need to find the creativity. But I'll give him time. Seriously, I'll give him time. It was frustrating because I think Anthony Martial functioned better. Sadly, functioned better when he was on the pitch than Jadon Sancho. Yeah. Let's be frank here. Let's be frank we expect much more from Jadon Sancho when he came on the pitch I'll give him a C. I'll give him a C because I expected way more from him. But honestly speaking, I'll give him a bit more time. I think there's a lot more to come from Jadon Sancho. But it was frustrating to watch sometimes where he just didn't want to open up the play and he was just waiting down there. Pass me the ball, pass, hey, pass lah. Cannot.
Jai, you nak tambah?
Ya, nak tambah. Okay, kita tunggu Jadon Sancho 2 tahun. And then hari ni dia main. Semalam game pun dia main, and then apa yang nampak memang macam Eriton cakap frust, sebab kita dah lah nak score untuk menang. So dia dekat Manchester United, bukan dia main dengan Leeds United ke Arsenal ke Liverpool ke, dia main dengan Manchester United. Even kita dah bayar dia berjuta-juta, and then kita nampak dia punya game macam malu-malu kucing, touch bola, cross pun glitch. Apa benda dia buat? 2 tahun tunggu. Lebih baik kita loan je lah. Tengok macam tu punya pemain-pemain.
Okay.
Serius lah.
Okay, chill Jai. I think you need to give him time lah. No doubt you need to give him time lah. Baru second game.
Betul, memang betul.
Okay lah, it was an away game lah. He came in in an away game anyway lah. So yeah, we it's fair enough to give him some time lah.
Okay, we move on. We move on to the next player. Okay. We move on to McTominay first. This time I point to you, Smurf. McTominay, what do you think about McTominay?
Dude, I think he came in and he did much more than Fred. Besides scoring an own goal, of course. He went in robust. He won balls. He went in for challenges. He won balls. He opened up play. You guys say that he don't do forward passing. There were, not long balls, but yeah, there were 1-2 forward passing that he made in that short time he was on the pitch. I think I felt more comfortable and more confident with McTominay on the pitch besides Matic, compared to Fred the entire game. So McTominay, that short period of time, I will give him a B plus.
Okay.
Not B plus. I'm sorry. I'll give him a B, not B plus, because I think to be B plus, he needs a bit more than that, bit more time.
Okay, we move on to the next player, the last sub, Lord Lingard. What do you think about Lingard?
I've seen enough of him, bro. West Ham money him, just take lah. You can swap 3 years again. Yeah, you can give him a spot deal with some money and bring in Declan Rice. I don't mind, seriously. It's damn frustrating. For a player to perform you see Lingard's graph, he will have 2 good months, 1 to 2 good months, and then they will go downhill. Even at West Ham, people say, he contributed this many goals, these many assists. When he went to West Ham, they were in a Champions League position. When towards the end of the season, they were out of the Champions League race. So what impact did he create? That's my question. So this is not a West Ham channel, this is a Manchester United channel. But to be a Manchester United, and I don't understand for the life of me what else Donny van de Beek needs to do to get into the Manchester United squad. Why doesn't Ole value him? You see, he's being put behind a player who was on loan in another team last season. This is what I really don't understand. You need an intelligent player to come in and pick up the pockets of space. That is what was needed in that game. There was no connect between the defense and the attack. You need someone intelligent, not someone to hop the touchline and just pass to Pogba and then run together with Sancho to one corner and just stand there for what? What are you doing?
You know, sometimes Raj, I wonder, right? You know, when people say that I like this player because he's hardworking. You know, running around aimlessly doesn't make you a good player.
Like, I think I made this statement about Daniel James. You go for athletics, you go run in the Olympics, you go run in whatever World Championship, Diamond League or whatever it is. This is football. We watch Manchester United play and we are used to Manchester United players playing for the badge, not running, not doing Instagram promotions, nothing. You are a Manchester United player, you play for the badge, you show your passion on the pitch. That's all. Not for 2 months, you do it consistently for 9 months. Yes. That is the mentality that every Manchester United player should have. And to be very frank, I know a lot of people are fond of Lingard because he's an academy boy or whatnot. We have had better players who left the team and we still survived that part. So I don't see why a 29-year-old, he's 29 this year, he's not a youngster, he's 29 this year. I don't see what else he needs to do. If you all can get frustrated with Martial, you all can get frustrated with Rashford, I think Lingard should be done by now. That's what I'll be ruthless, like guys. As far as I'm concerned, I've seen enough of him. He needs to go. Okay, maybe he played only 10 minutes this game. But before this, what has he played? He scored a goal against Burnley in that close stadium game. That one was a steal from Maguire. That's all he did. I think we all saw that.
So, which brings us to the next person. Okay, I think that Ole Gunnar pretty much is responsible for putting Lingard in and frustrating the hell out of Raj. Okay, instead of someone like Van der Beek to save our game just now. So, how would you guys rate Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? Ayrton, what do you think about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's tactical masterclass today?
I mean, like, I don't want to be too critical of Ole because he is our manager. I am the type of person like Raj as well. I'll back my manager 100%. But somehow I feel sometimes he plays too much football manager. Where, you know, like, okay, maybe this position, this player will work, you know, I'll tinker a bit. He doesn't have that seriously, it's a very tough one to answer because I don't want to criticize the manager, like I said, but he doesn't have that tactical prowess. Seriously, no tactical prowess to change the game like that, you know. Maybe there's one thing I'll give it to him where he knows how to bring out that emotion in that player. But when it comes to tacticality, I mean, like, he's far behind people like Pochettino or Tuchel, far behind them lah. I don't see that in Ole so far. I mean, you've been playing that double pivot for the longest time, and we're asking you to change it. Why the hell are you still playing it? Since that PSG game 2 years ago, you still want to hard up that double pivot? Please lah, do something else. And I don't see it changing anytime soon lah, unless he finds another tactic on Football Manager lah.
Rating, how would you rate him there?
Well, how would I rate? A to D?
Yeah, based on the game today.
D, man.
Okay.
Dom, I forgot to rate Lingard. I feel it's not fair to rate him, but seriously, I stand by what I said just now lah. I'm not going to give him a rating because it's not fair to rate someone who came in for the last 10 minutes. Not available.
Yeah. Rating NA. Yeah. Okay, so guys, we move on to our man of the match. Okay, Jai, siapa man of the match untuk hari ini?
Man of the match. David De Gea. Super safe. Kalau tidak, kita kalah. Tapi I nak tambah sikit pasal Ole tadi boleh?
Boleh. Short one.
Kalau you all boleh belikan tiket untuk I pergi jumpa Ole, I memang maki-maki dia. Serius. Dia tak belajar daripada experience lah, Ole. Serius. Bukan tak suka, tapi dia tak belajar daripada kesilapan dia lepas. Itu je lah.
Correct. I agree.
Okay, so I think man of the match pretty much round robin. We all, all around agree that David De Gea is the man of the match. Okay, which brings us to the new award that we just made up just now, the worst man on the pitch. Maybe we should come up with a more check-up name lah. But at the moment now, the worst.
Badut of the game.
Badut. Okay, good. Badut of the game today goes to
Share lah, bro, for me.
Share is a share.
Fred and
Dutch, you
Maguire.
go ahead. Yes, agreed. 101%.
Badut.
Fred and Maguire,
Badut of the game.
Baduts of the game.
Okay, so guys, we are at the end of our show today. So what do you guys think? Okay, what do you guys think of our performance today? The substitutions made by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Okay, the man of the match and also the Badut of the game today. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Like usual, please like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully a win coming up. All right, cheers guys.